let's see the phases in e-payment system. E-payment is obviously electronic payment, right? Electronic payment, first of all, the payer and the payee register themselves. Issuer is the payer's bank. Yesterday I had mentioned about this. Issuer is the payer's bank and acquirer is the receiver's bank. They will have to be registered first with their corresponding banks. What is a corresponding bank? Corresponding bank is bank-to-bank relationship. Whenever we use the term corresponding bank, see, when you talk about e-commerce channels like Amazon, Amazon has n number of customers. Just an example, Amazon has n number of customers, and each customer of it has account with whatever banks, right? So there are obviously n number of banks involved here. So a customer cannot open account with all the banks. One customer cannot open account with n number of banks, or Amazon cannot have an account. So it has to have bank-to-bank relationship. So it will have a bank-to-bank relationship with Canara Bank, SBI, HDFC, and all possible banks, right? Because payment has to be received into its account and then passed on to the seller through this bank-to-bank relationship. Are you following? So this is what is called as correspondent banking relationship. It is interbank relationship. To put it simply. So when all these, payer has to be registered with the issuer. With the issuer is payer's bank, and acquirer has to be registered. Payee has to be registered with the acquirer. That is also another bank, receiving bank. So now these payments, like whatever payment I as a buyer buy, it will be initiated through my bank. My bank will pay to the seller's bank. So it has to accept that, right? So authorization is required. Are you following? When I talk about invoicing, what is invoicing? I get a receipt or an acknowledgement for payment from the payee. मतलब जब मैं कुछ खरीदती हूँ, मुझे दुकान में क्या देते हैं? एक बिल देते हैं. तो वो बिल का जो अमाउंट है वही मैं पे करती हूँ, right? So this invoice is going to be generated from the payee side, right? How much I have to pay. So when this is generated, I have to make payment, right? So when this is generated, when I make payment, ये bill के हिसाब से मुझे payment करना पड़ेगा, right? So what happens is, once invoicing phase means जो seller है वो invoice generate करेगा. That is what it means. And again, what has happened? This is all electronically generated. जो भी amount है उसी में print हुआ होगा. And payment selection and processing. Payment selection, now I select the type of payment. कोई चीज खरीदती हूँ, जब खरीदती हूँ उसका amount आता है, delivery charges जो भी है वो सब हो जाता है, right? And when it happens, I key in my bank account details. Have you seen that? You key in your bank account details. तो मैंने जब चीज खरीद ली, वो bill generate होता है. जैसे ही bill generate होता है, I'm going to select how I'm going to pay. Is it cash on delivery? Cash on delivery मतलब जैसे वो doorstep में मेरा लेके आता है, मैं उसके हाथ में कैश दे देती हूँ, वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एंट्री मार देता है कि पेमेंट रिसीव करके हो जाता है. But if it is going to be already, if I'm going to make use of payment wallet, or if I'm going to pay through options दिए रहते हैं, net banking or whatever, so they have a set of payment option. I am going to select that. तो अभी मैंने select किया. Supposing I select Paytm, ठीक है? Paytm select किया, तो what happens? उसके लिए certain protocols रहते हैं. Paytm में I have to sign in. When I have to sign in, I am going to sign in, and then I'm going to say like ठीक है, Paytm is the mode selected, and I'm going to मेरा जो ये ID पासवर्ड है Paytm का वो डाल देती हूँ, उसको लिंक कर देती हूँ इसके साथ. एंड जब लिंक हो जाता है, लिंक होने के बाद क्या होता है? ऑटोमेटिकली उससे डेबिट करने का इंस्ट्रक्शन, एवरीथिंग इज कीड इन बाय मी, राइट? एंड नाउ पेमेंट ऑथराइजेशन एंड कंफर्मेशन. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? एक्वायरर कौन है? जो सेलर का बैंक अकाउंट है, राइट? एक्वायरर जो है जब पेमेंट रिसीव करता है वो ऑथराइज करता है, पेई को ऑथराइज करता है ऑन द पेमेंट, right? And issues a receipt containing the success of सक्सेस और फेलियर, राइट? वो अपना रिसीट इशू करता है कि चलो ये पेमेंट मेरे पास आ गया या पेमेंट फेल या जो भी है, राइट? That is going to be given. And even a message it is all linked to your mobile number. So a message also gets generated to the mobile number that it is linked with, or email if you have linked it with the email. Are you following? These are the phases. What is the first phase? First phase talks about you register your bank accounts and create an bank-to-bank or correspondent banking relationship. Second step says invoicing. Whenever I buy something, I am going to generate an invoice or a bill based on which it is going to be paid, right? And payment selection and processing. I will select the way by which I'm going to make the payment, and this payment has to be authorized and confirmed. मेरे बैंक से जाता है, acquirer's bank says I have received it from this bank or I have not received, so credit it back to the same bank. Are you following? These are the steps in e-payment. Any doubts so far? बच्चे बैठे हैं. I will say classification is based on B2B, B2C, right? Business to business, business to customer. अभी B2B में क्या होता है? Lower value, I mean higher value transaction रहते हैं, right? Transactions of, मैं hint जैसे लिख रही हूँ आपको, ठीक है? Transactions of higher value, right? And obviously you will have e-check, etc. Whereas when I talk about B2C, transactions of lower value, because customer इतना थोड़ी खरीदता है, right? Transactions of lower value, ठीक है? यहाँ पे कैसे रहता है? सी बिजनेस टू बिजनेस, एक बिजनेस से दूसरा बिजनेस बल्क में ही खरीदते हैं, so obviously transactions ज्यादा ही होता है, मतलब ज्यादा अमाउंट का होता है. Whereas business to customer transactions lower amount का रहता है. Are you following? Payment instrument के हिसाब से देखा तो classification based on payment instrument में आपको COD आता है, cash on delivery, right? Then you have wallets, then you have net banking. These are the three popular ones actually, right? So ये तीन, और इसके अलावा मे बी डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट कार्ड पेमेंट्स, राइट? डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट कार्ड, ये इसके हिसाब से भी हम क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं. यू कैन क्लासिफाई योर पेमेंट सिस्टम्स बेस्ड ऑन either it is business to business or cash on delivery. Cash on delivery में it is, I mean not actually immediately आप नहीं करते, right? That we will see later. Classification देखते हैं. And then we have wallets, net banking, debit and credit card payments, right? तो इनको सब authentication लेना पड़ता है. In case it is COD, वो आपको बस बाद में जब डिलीवर करता है. बट बाकी सब वॉलेट देखा तो पेटीएम हैज टू बी रजिस्टर्ड, क्योंकि इंस्ट्रक्शन आप पहले जब पेटीएम, इन केस यू हैव अ पेटीएम अकाउंट, मिंत्रा से कुछ लिया आपने, तो आप क्या करते हो? डायरेक्टली पेटीएम अकाउंट वो ऐप के साथ लिंक करते हो, राइट? यूपीआई, ठीक है, वेरी गुड, सॉरी आई मिस दैट, यूपीआई, ओके. सो एंड देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वॉलेट को पहले लिंक करते हो ऐप के साथ या वेबसाइट के साथ, एंड देन द इंस्ट्रक्शन गेट्स पास्ड ऑन टू द वॉलेट. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट नेट बैंकिंग. नेट बैंकिंग डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम योर बैंक, राइट? द मोमेंट यू से नेट बैंकिंग, इट आस्क्स यू व्हिच बैंक. सो द मोमेंट यू क्लिक ऑन द बैंक, इट विल आस्क यू टू लॉग इनटू योर नेट बैंकिंग अकाउंट. जब आप लॉग इन करते हो, आप कितने अमाउंट डालते हो, जो अमाउंट दिखता है वो खुद शुड इट बी डेबिटेड और व्हाट, उसके OTP भी आता है, so that to just to verify if you are the person who's using it or if somebody else is playing around with your account, right? Then debit and credit card, your plastic money, wherein you key in your debit card details, You key in your date of expiry, name on the card, and then your CVV number. आप key in करके रखते हो, and once you click on that, it gets registered. And later on, when you say through debit card you want to pay, it is going to ask you for the CVV number, right? And then वो number जब आपने key in किया, तो क्या होता है? If the payment, you get an OTP again to your mobile number or email, whichever you have registered. Mostly mobile आजकल use करते हैं. So once that is keyed in, it says payment is authenticated. So authentication ले लेते हो, right? And after that, credit card also same way. Yeah, you will get an OTP, and then you will be asked to the amount is due for debit. What is UPI? What is UPI? How do you expand? इसका expansion क्या है UPI का? Expansion क्या है? Yes.
Ma'am, United Processor, I think so, and Limited.
क्या?
United Processor Limited, I think so.
नहीं बेटा. Unified Payment Interface. Okay. And what does CVV stand for? CVV. आपको मैं एक कार्ड दिखाऊं? If you want to see a credit or a debit card, should I show you one? Does anybody have? आपके पास होगा तो एक ATM कार्ड दिखाती हूँ, ठीक है? कार्ड के पीछे 3 डिजिट, वेरी गुड. कार्ड के पीछे जो 3 डिजिट है, स्ट्रोक, वॉल्यूम, वेरिएबिलिटी, क्या है बेटा शुभम? व्हाट इज दिस? आई सेड CVV, नॉट SVV. Yes, I said CVV, card.
Ma'am, card verification code.
Card verification value. Okay, correct. So now, based on the payment, this is based on the payment method you have chosen, it gets registered. Okay, and UPI में कैसे होता है? You have already linked some unified payment interface to your bank account, right? So when you link it to your bank account, what happens here? Automatically, when you click on that, it is go. The amount is going to get debited. ठीक है? You transfer through that. Actually, आप उसमें से transfer करते हो. You are making a payment there. Any doubt so far? Now, talking about this, right? We are going to say, and another way of classifying your payment system is prepaid and prepaid, pay now and postpaid. Okay? Prepaid matlab the order is already paid, which means it is debited from the account even before the payment is processed. ठीक है? Payment उनको पहुंचने से पहले आपसे debit हुआ जाता है, आपसे debit करते हैं, right? Another way is pay now, your UPI method of payment where you transfer, net banking method of payment where you transfer. समझ में आ रहा है? Are you following? Post pay means after the order is received, you make a payment. जब आप सामान लेते हो, cash on delivery or card on delivery is also another way of payment. So far, what did we see? We saw the phases in e-payment and then classification. First classification was either it is B2B or B2C, business to business or business to customer. And then we saw based on the payment instrument that you choose to make the payment. Cash on delivery, wallets, net banking, debit card, credit card, UPI and CVV. UPI is one way of making payment there on a real-time basis. Okay? Prepaid, pay now, postpaid. Another classification here is prepaid bola to it is already debited from your account even before it reaches or even before you made the purchase fully. So, but then when you talk about postpaid, it is going to be postpaid is going to be what? We are going to say after the goods are received by you, you're going to make the payment, which is going to be card on delivery or cash on delivery. And then net banking, right? Net banking, then and there you make the payment. UPI भी वैसे ही है, net banking भी वैसे ही है. Wallets, where you link your wallet, right? And then when the instruction to make payment is made, it does it. So this is what is the classification. Okay? Are you all following? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, offline and online payment, right? Offline system, when somebody comes up, when you receive the good, cash on delivery is going to be offline. The card on delivery is going to be offline. But online is the moment it is made through UPI or anything, it is called as online net banking जो भी है. But advantages क्या है offline में कि आपको communication cost जो है, communication cost कम होता है. And again it is very it is what happens is see अभी offline choose करोगे, जैसे good आता है तभी दे सकते हो. So those people who are a bit insecure about receiving the good on time, etc. तो आपको payment तुरंत देने की जरूरत नहीं है, right? And then any electronic money जो है, वो पैसे जो है, वो आपको कभी भी रीसेट कर सकते हैं. अभी मुझे नहीं चाहिए, then you don't get any debits on that. Are you following? Are you following? ऑफलाइन में अगेन इट इज टैम्पर रेसिस्टेंट. कोई भी आपका अकाउंट डिटेल्स लेके या कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. सपोजिंग आई चूज कैश ऑन डिलीवरी, बट देन नोबडी कैन टैम्पर विथ माय कार्ड और बैंक अकाउंट और व्हाटएवर, राइट? नाउ प्रीपेड कैश सिस्टम. व्हाट इज प्रीपेड कैश सिस्टम? इट इज कॉल्ड एज ई कैश. ई कैश करके एक नया ये आया है. व्हाट इज इट? इट इज वेरी दिस थिंग. अभी इश्यूअर कौन है? कस्टमर. आई एम शोइंग यू विद द डायग्राम सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड इट बेटर. इश्यूअर जो है उसका बैंक. इश्यूअर कौन है? बायर, राइट? बायर deposits certain amount, right? I will tell you what it is. Certain token, right, to the payee. And here payer also, issuer का बैंक is going to pay. कौन है? payer का. buyer का बैंक is my issuer bank, right? He is going to deposit it. Like for example, I'll give you an easy example. For example, Myntra में क्या करती हूँ मैं? एक wallet create करती हूँ, ठीक है? It is called as e-cash. जहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा credit रखती हूँ. जैसे जैसे मेरे purchase होता जाता है, right? It gets debited from that. मैं money रखती हूँ उसमें. Like Amazon में भी है. Amazon में है, you know that?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. So what do you do in that? बैंक से मैं transfer करती हूँ वहाँ पे, ठीक है? बैंक से ट्रांसफर करती हूँ. ई कैश इज मेंटेन. So therefore, and whenever I have kept a deposit with the payee. That is what it actually means. Are you following this? This is called as prepaid cash system. Ola Money. सुना है आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is what is called as e-cash. Whichever app you are frequently shopping from, either goods or services, we call it as e-cash. You can maintain an e-cash. And now talking about pay now or card-based system. Immediately you make a payment, or you can use your credit card, or you can use payment systems where later on it gets debited. अभी मास्टर और विसा कार्ड का ये पॉपुलैरिटी है, right? Wherein they do secured transactions, right? Through they call it as STT. तो कार्ड बेस्ड पेमेंट बोलते हैं इसको. हम बोलते हैं जब भी चाहिए तुरंत भी कर सकते हैं, या लेटर ऑन ऑल्सो इट गेट्स डेबिटेड. आर यू फॉलोइंग ऑल ऑफ यू? आर यू फॉलोइंग?
Yes, ma'am.
पे नाउ मतलब तुरंत तुरंत करने का, राइट? So if it is going to be a credit card, if you take it, even, I mean, I'm talking about not only online purchase, I'm also talking about purchases. If you go to a shop, you use all these payment systems, right? Pay later is again a check system, wherein only when the check gets cleared, it is going to be, the amount is going to be debited, right? Any doubt so far? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Are you all understanding? Micro payments, I'll come to it, but before that, I want to see about mobile payments. What is mobile payment?
पे फोन
हाँ बेटा बोलो.
मैम पे फोन रहेगा ना
हाँ, फोन में पे करते हो, right? See now, what is mobile payment is wireless application protocol बोलते हैं, right? Wherein
गूगल पे
हाँ बेटा, sorry, very good. Google Pay is the classic example. And today you have everything in your mobile. ATM, MobiQuick, right? All these are your mobile payment. With your mobile, wireless application protocol जो है ना, मतलब प्रोटोकॉल मतलब प्रोसेस है, इसके बाद ये उसके बाद ये उसके बाद ये बोलते हैं ना, उसको बोलते हैं प्रोटोकॉल, अ डिसिप्लिन प्रोसेस, ठीक है? तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एनी ओपन मोबाइल जो है उसमें आप कर सकते हो. नाउ इसको बोलते हैं वैप. वैप क्या है कि ग्लोबल स्पेसिफिकेशन, कहीं भी आप पेमेंट कर सकते हो and it is all linked to your bank account using your mobile device. If I want to install my bank app, HDFC बैंक का ऐप मैं इसमें इंस्टॉल कर सकती हूँ and then I can make payment. Google Pay, wherein I link my bank account with my Google Pay account, which is again a wallet or a UPI, okay? And then I can, all these are done through mobile phone. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Are you following? Now talking about micro payment, right? It is one very promising method, and it is like low payments जो है, low value payments, like आपको news article purchase करना है, 200 रुपया, 300 रुपया या 150 रुपये का कुछ खरीदना है, आप ये पेमेंट कर सकते हो. छोटे अमाउंट का रहता है तो उसको बोलते हैं माइक्रो अमाउंट. These are the classification of payment. All you have to do is learn what is what. ठीक है? Learn what is what. Any doubts so far? We saw about phases in e-payment system, classification of payment system based on COD, B2B, B2C, and then we spoke about wallets, COD, and then prepaid, postpaid. We spoke about micro, mobile payment, and we also spoke about e-cash system, and we spoke about wallet services also, right? Any doubts so far? Any doubt? So what did I tell yesterday? I said, if you are going to type in chat box, I'm also going to type in chat box. Remember this? So we'll end for now.